Hey guys, so we're here with the Chore Foundation, and this is the Gray family, and they are doing amazing things with the community. The main thing that they are doing are professional development, training, also personal development, and also a holistic way of eating as well. So I want to go a little bit more in detail in what you're doing, your mission, and how you started. I know you started back in 2014. So let the audience know exactly what your mission is and what you're passionate about. That's the main thing. We want to go deep down and showing what you are doing in the community, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If I could start out, we're definitely passionate about, family, community, health, and what that does and what that means. And by our family paying attention to health and how important it is to your development, how important it is for kids' development, how important it is for parents and adults to stay engaged. It basically fueled us so that we might be able to continue that legacy and spread that within the communities and friends. We were doing that by sharing, being a part of CPS. We've been a part of LLC groups and our active aldermans and community groups. And so as we started to help our children and help them be engaged and their friends, it started to catch on. So people started saying, hey, we love the energy in which the Gray family presents, because we treat everyone like they were family, kind of how we were raised, and some other similar people the
We were
same as
mom
us.
and dad to everybody.
Yeah. And then we wanted to do more. So, we wanted to do more. And the more we got engaged, the more we started helping more students and different people. Um, we just started saying, okay, hey, let's form an organization, because nobody was really, I call it, cooking your oatmeal. Everybody cooks their oatmeal differently, you know. And so we really wanted to be able to do that and show the things and morals and things that we believe with the holistic way of living, and how that can change people's lives and how they think. So we started the organization. Uh, um, at that time, we weren't 501c3, but we became 501c3 in 2019. So we just continue to learn so that we can keep families engaged, um, and give children and families an opportunity at a sustainable lifestyle, because most people just want to survive. And so we use construction skill sets and construction training, soft and hard skills, so that we can help them to engage and see life differently. You know, and then that those are opening up opportunities for careers that they can get into. I've been in construction for over 30 years, and so we want to be able to have where they can sustain themselves in the industry. Kind of got to see.
No, that's wonderful though, because that's the main thing. Like you want to give children an opportunity to do personal development.
Yeah,
That's not taught in the school system.
right.
They don't teach us that. They don't teach the fundamentals that you want to do as a family, you know.
Yep.
And then your family is a tight family, you know, husband, wife, you have your children involved on this. That's even more beautiful, you know. So the mission is this is huge, you know, and I say greatness because you're doing some great things in the community. So Paul and Portrell, please add anything else to.
Um, I'll go. As you heard the background, what my father said and how we started. Um, but also what we recognize as we uh, started to take this journey, and um, everything in our organization started to evolve. The more info we got, we started to see the connection in what we were doing and how it also connected to what you're doing, which is holistic living, and how you basically take care of yourself. And and I can speak for everybody, you know, they would probably agree with me that we found that the same components, the same equation that it takes to build a community, to build a family, and even to build a construction building, all follows the same parameters, similarly to what it takes to build your body. And I think a lot of people don't understand those connections, that everything is really connected on a metaphysical level that is just wonderful. I think we're invested in probably the greatest resource on the planet, which is people.
Yep.
And I don't think a lot of people understand how much they're really worth. They're priceless. The things that's happening in their body is beyond understanding. To this day, scientists are still trying to study to understand exactly what's going on. But it is it is a collection of wonderful, many different mechanisms working together just to build and allow you to do some of the most simple actions, just like just breathing.
Mhm.
All takes the same type of parameters that it takes to build a community, to build a family, to find a wife, to build your children up. All of them are connected in a way that most people, I think, don't recognize. And I think that's the one of the most enjoyable parts about taking this journey with our family and in our organization, and meeting people like you, is understanding that connection, and that same way that you want to build your family, same way you want to build your business, the same way you want to build even a friendship, all follow the same parameters that it takes to build your body. There's things in your body that's complementing each other to allow you to do things that you don't even think about. You just do naturally. You know, and it's such a beautiful process that we're just scratching the surface of exploring. So, and we just want to be able to keep continually sending that message that when we say we want to build a community, we also mean it in every which way possible. That building community is the same meaning as building yourself, the same meaning as building your your family, your friendships, your friend,
No,
and
absolutely.
a whole new meaning onto that. It takes a village to raise a child. That is very much true.
No, absolutely. And Pontraille, you said it so elegantly. Absolutely. So it really encaps everything. So that's a perfect, wonderful job. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's
Paul?
beautiful. Yeah, I love that meaning. So let me
Yeah.
tell you, especially about the mindset, because I'm always talking about the mindset, and I
Mhm.
know that you would probably also, because you do personal development,
Yep. Mental health.
um, mental health, and everything. How important is the mindset, and where do you start with developing the mindset with your organization, and how to start it off? Because I know I do that with my members,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and just even with myself, I started with the mindset. Like from the beginning, you have to start with mindset. So
Yeah.
what are some steps that you do for this?
Yeah. Some of the things what we do is, well, first of all, we kind of analyze, um, through trust, we establish a trust base first. We let them know that we're not trying to judge you. We're not judging anybody. We're not here to make you feel lesser of what you think about something. And so we establish that trust first. And then we let them know that it's okay to think outside the box or whatever it is you might be thinking about. And then we start to share information.
Yeah.
We share what you're thinking about. How do you see this window or concept? How do you see yourself? And then we'll give some opinions on what we see. And normally, a lot of times, that what we see and what they see is two different things.
Mhm.
And usually, they see a lesser part of themselves. And so we don't just be trying to pump them up. We really do believe that the power of the mind is what you say you are. And we really teach them that and help them to see that. they'd be like, no, you're just saying that to be nice or this, that, and the other. I said, no, it's actually a true factor if you practice it, you know, and if you work with us and you stay with us, we're going to help you to believe that. And so we started to take apart those things of how they see themselves, the world around them, how they view their family, what's going on there. And then we started to deal with the trauma. So people go through different traumas. They see different things, deaths and shootings and all this kind of stuff like that. And we try to help with the best way. We approach it through a very Christian foundation point of view. And then some of the trauma that's a little bit worse for others, then we seek professional help. And we ask them if they would allow us to let them come in and kind of help them with some of these deeper issues, just so we can kind of, work with the main group, but not deprive them either.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. And I totally agree. It's the mindset is, I think, the fundamental. And also when you go and speak about faith as well, that's huge. That's huge. So I see like a big, big mission for you all, and it's a big mission. And I'm really seeing a big like change that you're doing, especially for the community. We need that change. We need something different. And that's what I always say. You have to do something different, go out of your comfort zone sometimes to get to where you want to be at. And then just visualize it and set it, you have to use your words because our words are powerful. I say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we gel together so well. Everything like saying, everything that you're doing, what you've accomplished as well, really all synergized. We're on that same. We're in that same platform. Is to getting people to reimagine themselves and getting young people and even their parents to get them to reimagine themselves. That it's not too late for you to change and go in a different career if that's what you want to do. And but we just try to teach them that anything is possible if you believe in what you can do. Just watch and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. That's totally amazing. So what are some other key factors that your organization is doing, and who do you partner with as well?
Well, we are we're working to try and what we're partnering with the all local aldermen. We also partnering with CPS to do an after school program. We want to start targeting kids a little bit earlier than the high school or when they get out of high school. And we're starting to find that it's a little bit easier to influence a thought than to change a thought. So a lot of the kids that are in high school and those that are out of high school, you spend a lot of time trying to change a thought, or you're trying to change a habit or a paradigm and getting them to, so it's a little bit tougher. So some of the things that we're doing now is that like let's get ahead of the game a little bit. Let's catch the kids at a younger age. Let's catch the parents at a younger stage, and let's introduce these possibilities to them much younger, so that we're introducing and influencing their thought and not trying to change their thoughts. We're working with the state's our state rep. We're also working with local unions to come in and give and donate to help to the cause so that we can affect as many people and families as we can.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So, Paul, you're a little quiet there. Put some input on here, and especially what you do with
He's
this
like
organization as well.
I was waiting on the perfect opportunity to come in. That's all. But yeah, to piggyback on what everyone else is saying, that as far as our impact, even from the standpoint of just looking at our the name Chore Foundation, and the logo that we chose, down to that, people are asked questions about those things as well. And when you think of chore, you think of something that, you know, that you have to do consistently. It's not something you do just because you feel like doing it today or you feel like doing it when it's convenient.
The life.
Chores are usually chores are usually things that you have to do, you know, to sustain, you know, something that you want to, you know, an environment that you want to keep, or even, you know, or to a chore may be something you're doing to as a service to someone else to help sustain their environment, or, you know, but that the word there is vital. And then foundation in construction, nothing stands long without a solid foundation. And we chose, you know, I wasn't a part of the choice in the logo, but I was very pleased. It almost brought me to tears to see that, you know, we chose the ant as, you know, an ant with the hard hat on, and, you know, his antennas up, and he's, you know, he's fit and he's ready to get out there and get some work done. And that symbolized, even with ants, they're you know, they live to serve each other, you know, and they consistently keep connections with each other. And I thought that was very vital to the culture of how Chore, you know, delegates and does our interactions with our youth and partners.
So, how about you, Norita? I know you're a little bit also. I want your input because I know we were talking, um, and it's just so powerful how you have your family and you guys are so you are also the main key as well. What are
Yeah,
you doing that, you know, within this organization, and how does like all this is just so mind blowing to me. It's just amazing.
it is amazing, and I believe that God is amazing. He's the reason, first and foremost, that all of this has happened and come together. I couldn't see it any other way. With each one of them, it started, like I told you before, with our children, bringing more children to us as they were growing. They were just involved with other kids. They were concerned. They were concerned if somebody had a problem, especially my daughter. I wish she would have been on here too as well. But Paul, this started with Paul Jr. first, Pontraille, they were all bringing other children to us. Paul and I were just amazed at the children that we were already having.
The man started with her with the daycare
With
too.
the day,
She's a licensed daycare
I am
provider.
a licensed daycare provider. And of course, I started with the little ones. And yes, they were around all of these little people and seeing me take care of these little people as well as them. But then they were bringing, and if he told you we had more kids than, well, God had us handling everyone in a way. We were taking kids. I had a van. They would come from school and I was busing kids back home because they were there with my kids. And I'm like, you got to call your parents. There's a whole bunch of things going on at the same time.
Well, I
But
like for you to talk about too the effects of how you were helping the parents with their
parents
babies
with the kids.
that had lactose intolerance, and
Oh,
they would come with all these colds, and Narita
and they
really
didn't realize
really
it.
helped the parents
Yeah,
change these kids' formulas and diets and stuff like that because the kids were getting sick.
yeah. They didn't realize that
Really helped them a lot.
it was that their child was even lactose intolerant. They didn't, and it was understandable. I didn't make anybody feel bad about it because I was in the same position. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know either. And who knows what's going on unless a doctor is telling you something, and it depends on what doctor you have. They may not. But I noticed that happening, and I had to help parents, especially young parents, with their kids that were getting sick. And I thank the Lord to this day. Even through COVID, I had kids and they were not ill. I didn't have any ill kids in my care because the parents were listening and they were giving their children needed what they needed to give them.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. They sure did. Vitamin C.
She could almost have a vitamin C campaign.
I should have. But
they were overloaded.
they were overloaded. Vitamin C. And I told them I had to get an okay if they could have vitamin C while they were here. And if it, you have to make sure that some of them didn't have a vitamin C deficiency and all of these different things. So
So that links in together because she got them as young, and we were really trying to see all of it transition from really the infant stage to from toddler
even
on.
before they had them birth.
Oh yeah,
I've had a lot of pregnancies.
even pregnancy to
So
get parents to pay attention to their health while while they're pregnant, so that the child can have a good start, and we see them transcending or transcending over into from a STEM based holistic view over right into chore where we catch them and then we transform them right into life.
Yeah.
We just really see that transformation, that pipeline connecting.
So it's been a long time, but we wouldn't know.
No, that's amazing, especially when you have them that small and you start to transition them, because a lot of people don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's going on in your body. I know I had a lot of allergic bouts, and even to this day, I'm still playing around with like what's good for my body and what's not. And that's where I test a lot of things. So that's the one thing that I always recommend is, okay, let's test this out, make sure this is going to be good for you, because I was really allergic to a lot of stuff.
Didn't
And the
realize.
one thing that I started noticing was like pork. I was very allergic to pork. Like I can't touch it. So I'll do like some other alternatives for that. Or, sometimes I try not to even eat it or put it in my diet. So that's very important, especially when you're, introducing that to parents, and even if before, the child gets older,
Yeah.
that's
And with your book now, it's really helping us to be able to continue the narrative, to continue to tell the story. And the book makes it so much easier because now where they think there is no recipe. Like, I don't know.
No, I can't.
What else do I eat outside of this? We go, bing, we got this for you. And there's recipes there. You can follow along.
Follow along.
And we notice with like anybody in society, the easier you can make it for them, then the more likely they'll stick with it. It gets too hard and they like, I'm just gonna go to these restaurants, I'm gonna go order me some fish, I'm gonna go do this. and they'll be right back in their old habits again.
Yeah.
So like my sons and especially Paul Jr., take hats off to him. He is so dedicated, man. We be looking at him, he will starve before he eats anything that is he'll chew on, a grass cane or something. And I'm like, what are you like? I'm not eating that. But so we really admire his discipline, his dedication, and he's really passionate. He has went through a lot of it, probably tired from working all day. So because he's running a major project for Corey Brooks in a youth center they're developing on the south side. So he's probably exhausted right now. But we're just proud of all the work that we're doing. And with your book is making things a lot easier for us to push that message.
Indeed. And Pontraille is taking over your book right now at the house.
I see new smoothies. On the horizon.
Look at we're looking forward to dinner tonight. I don't know what's going on in here, but I think it's something baked with baked potato and something I don't know.
Well, and you mentioned it too,
cauliflower.
Jovi.
Is it the cauliflower baked?
Is that what you have, Pontraille? Is it the cauliflower baked potato? Is it that? Is that the one?
Yeah.
It's all you see in the food, so we're excited about it. But this has been great, man. Thank you for the platform and the opportunity to just spread the word. We just really want to see people live longer, live healthier, stable lives.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, and I'm truly grateful for you guys that you actually purchased the cookbook and you're passionate the way. That's how I feel. When I looked at you guys and you're like so excited, that's how I got when it launched out and I was able to do all these recipes, and we're still doing some test driving, some other, so we're going to be collaborating with some dishes. So I do want all of you, if we can collaborate and do some other healthy dishes, that would be, that would be so awesome. And we can also
Absolutely.
put your name on there. Because I'm getting a couple recipes. They're like, what can I do for this? I was like, send me the recipe. We'll
Yeah.
adjust this and we'll do this.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Absolutely.
I love it.
Love
Look
it.
forward to it, Jovi.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Me
So do you
too.
guys want to add anything to this interview? I'm super excited. And I'm excited for everyone to actually go into your website. So one of you read off the website, and so at least the whole audience will know. I'll also have their bios
So
in the bottom of this YouTube as well. So
Yep. Well, our website is, of course, www. Chore, Chore Foundation.org. Please look us up. I think we're also on Facebook as well. Um, our main thing that makes us different and stand out is that we try to introduce you to something, or you can stabilize yourself in whatever construction industry that you want to go into. Like Paul said earlier, no building can stand without a solid foundation. What we're going to do is give you a solid foundation that you can go anywhere in the industry, as long as you practice that good holistic, same as Pontraille said, with building your body. You do these techniques, then you can be able to sustain yourself in any industry you want to walk into. And that's what we give you. That's what we try to help you to see the best part of you, so that you can be the best person, not only on the work site, you can be the best person in your family, in your community.
And that starts with the smaller children as well. Jovi, I just wanted you guys to know that even with the smallest child, and I'm talking about from birth on up, I'm keeping those kids, and they're coming up in age, and from 12 years old all the way from birth to 12 years old. So with those children, giving them a chance, even when they're coming from families that may be going through something, those small children, they make a difference. They're in my care for almost 12 hours, some of them, but they're in my care most of the time, and giving them that care and showing them that love and all the things that they can do when they're here. They can do so many different things, and they get a chance to do the things that they don't get the chance to do when they're at home. But me encouraging the parents to keep that going, because it stabilizes those children and it gives them a chance to grow up until beautiful young adults, regardless of what's going on around them.
Yeah.
But are different. And I learned with every child that I've had in my care, and they're different. I had over 200 kids in my care, and to see them today, you would not think they were from where they're from.
oh
Yeah.
wow. That's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. If I could quote one thing, as the scriptures have said, that we solely believe in that. So a person thinketh, so you are. And if you thinking that you're not, then that's what you'll be. But if you think you are, you are. And we encourage that. So
And that's what it is. Like you guys, like I was saying before the interview, this is greatness in the making right here. And this is a big mission that you guys are doing. And I am so grateful that Mark introduced us. I'm truly, truly grateful.
thank you.
So, no, thank you. Yeah. So anyone else wants to put any input on here?
I got it.
You
Closing
got
argument. Give it to the poet. I would like to just dovetail with the intricacies of what my mom does with the children. She also might as well be a behavioral specialist, because those is one of the things she's being a little modest and humble. But mom, I'm gonna just put you up there. I'm gonna crown you right now. All right. There's a lot of times that her skill set and how she dealt with these kids who came from somewhat dysfunctional homes or not so functional homes. She was able to teach not only the kids but the kids' parents and how they communicate with their kids. A lot of parents just want their kids to do what they tell them, but she was able to teach them that it's a skill set to be able to communicate with your kids. And then in that process, it leads exactly to what we was talking about with Chore, which is a lot of things that we deal with is in the foundation of what it takes to just be the best possible human being you could be. We believe that everybody should be able to reimagine themselves to do the extraordinary. Actually, we actually believe that everybody has an obligation to be extraordinary.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the way God has made us and made everybody, you have an obligation. Each and every person out here on this planet has an obligation to be extraordinary. Because what you may do may help influence the next person or the next generation. You may save somebody's life that you would never know. You may be in the ground, but because you did what you did, you saved countless lives by you just pursuing and understanding your obligation to be extraordinary, to reimagine what you could do. And that's kind of what my mom did. She was able to communicate with these kids on a level that their parents was stupid, was dumb, or you know, they would come to her and be like, they'd be like, what's going on? And then instantly she'll look at the kids and be like, hey, sit down. And those kids will look like they just saw a ghost and sit down and be quiet. And it was amazing. Me and my dad, we talked about it a lot. Used to look at it and be like, how is she doing this? But now as we keep going, we understand that my mom was tapping into the same thing that you're tapping into, the things that are foundational for each and every person's development. And that's what we're invested in. You know, we're invested in your future because your future is my future. My future is your future. And once we understand that what it takes for us and what it's always taken for us to thrive and survive is to do it with each other. The same way our body is communicating and thriving with every other organism in your body, all in the collection and power to help you survive. It's the same way that our community, families, building structures, everything is based on that. And that's what we're invested in, you know. And once you come over here, you're not just gonna have, you know, teachers and mentors and all these other things. You're gonna have what my friends found out and what helped inspire my parents. You're gonna find family. You're gonna find people who believe in you and believe in your vision.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna walk those steps together. And that's what we're invested in. We want to see what comes of that. What extraordinary things can we do together?
Indeed.
And anything to take away from that, I want people to take that away from this.
Amen. Amen.
Into that, yeah. Beautiful, beautifully said. So this family is doing amazing, amazing things in our community. So I'm truly blessed and honored to have all of you on here. And we're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to do another one. We're gonna do it live next time. So that's the main thing. We're gonna have this live, and you're touching lives, and you're building people. That's so key. And it's just beautiful. So everyone, I want you guys to follow the Gray family. They're doing an amazing job here. So look at their Facebook. I only have all of their information on the link below. So, you know, keep us posted. If you need help with anything or getting in touch with them, you can reach out to myself or the Grays, and we're here. We're here to help.
Thank you, Jovi, so
No,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jovi.
Thank you so much.
Great meeting you.
See you again.